This is Kathy Chase. I don't know where these people's thinking is to be. Now, I know the courts have deemed presidents of the United States probably criminally insane and incompetent. Criminally insane and incompetent. For 7 years, they have blamed me for what them and their families, their friends, and civilians alike have done to me and my children. They have blamed us for things they have done to our bodies. Illegally. They wanted to go to war with me, claiming I have health problems. If that is not psychotic, I don't know what is. They woke me up, after sleeping for many years, and wanted to go to war against me to make monies for themselves, claiming my life was never important, other people's lives are not equally important, and that they blame their victims. Now, there is not a courtroom from here to the Supreme Court that's going to agree that other people's lives are not equally important. That they aren't going to agree that you could prey upon me for 30 years or prey upon me and my children. They are not going to agree with you. You are incompetent, okay? You have blamed me for what your little catch-22 is to blame me for what you've done to us, okay? I don't know where you come from. You always blame your victims. Why do you always blame your victims? I don't know how you people have spun this for 7 years, blaming me and my children for being victimized by you. Separately, the puzzle you wanted me to do, to blame me for you being who you are. The puzzle is not mine. It does not belong to me or my children. We are part of your puzzle, and you plan the murders of my children in your puzzle. So, where does Christy Hubert or Dan Hedgeland or Richard Chase think that their families' lives are so important that they had to abuse and torture and segregate me and my children, infringe upon our rights with presidents, which are not really presidents, by the way? They have forfeited their presidential titles because they are hardcore criminals, human rights abusers, and they have committed the worst atrocities ever known, from my opinion. As I said, the outside puzzle is what I'm stating as an opinion, but facts are what they have done to my children and I are horrific. The things they've done to our bodies, my children, are horrific. Okay? And they blame me and my children for the past 7 years. They blamed us for what they've done to us and their malpractices and preying upon us for 30 years. They did this to our lives and our bodies and blame us for it. Now, that is incompetency. You are not competent. You are criminally insane, okay? And I am really tired of these people going around saying other people's lives are not equally important, and that they blame their victims all the time. And, they blame me and my children as their victims. And then separately, when I look at the puzzle, I know where they got that from, obviously. They're criminally insane. They think other people should suffer for them, that people should suffer, be in pain, or die for them all the time. They habitually, compulsively kill people or hurt people, and they can't stop. They are compulsive criminals, and they blame their victims. And how would that work in a courtroom? In reality, federal courtroom or state courtroom or the Supreme Court, where would they get that they blame me and my children because they took advantage of me since I was 10 years old? As I said, this started when I was 10. the age of 10, I, Kathy Jo Carolyn Chase, maiden name Kathy Jo Carolyn Eggers. At age 10, people started abusing my life. And they sit there and tell the federal government every day that they did it for themselves. How would you tell the federal government that you took my life into your hands and was malicious with my life for yourselves, for your greed of money, etc.? And they put torture devices in me and my children. Why would they torture me and my children? Because they wanted to profit for their own wallets. And then why would they create this puzzle to have me undo it, which is psychotic in nature? Have me uncover how they planned and plotted the murders of me and my children included, and then proclaim they're going to get by with trapping me and killing me at the end. No, you're not. As I said, the presidents need to go. The presidents involved in preying upon me and my children must go. And I know the Supreme Court would agree with me that this is not what presidents do. They don't prey upon people. They don't blame victims. They don't play war crimes in the United States. They don't traffic people. That is not what presidents do. Presidents do not traffic children and women. They don't murder people. The presidential laws are the same as civilian laws. The only time you can use executive orders are with people who are bad, but me and my children are not bad people, and they knew from the beginning that they are the ones who did this to our lives, meaning Shannon Hubert Bartusek, Kim Hedgeland Lassen, George W. Bush, Barack Obama. Liabilities are mixed. They wanted to make more liabilities. They said they wanted to torture me and traffic me because of what they did to me, because they wanted to prey upon me, proclaiming they could traffic me and torture me and my children, corner us and kill us, because they wanted to traffic me to make monies for themselves, to have me uncover their crime scenes, which is very, very sick. They have made our lives a living nightmare like nobody could ever comprehend, being trapped by the sickest people on the planet. As I said, these people, such as Christy Hubert, Shannon's mother, blames me for her daughter stalking me and abusing me and my children for 30 years because she's psychotic too. Same for Barack Obama. He blames me because he says his life was so important that I had to suffer for him and my children had to suffer for him. That is false. No courtroom is going to agree that other people should suffer for other people and that other people's lives are not equally important. Okay? People's lives are equally important in general, right? General society, people's rights are equal. But I disagree that these people's lives are important at all because they prey upon people, they hurt people, they're compulsive criminals, and I don't know why people put them on such stature in which they should not have at all. They get rewarded for being bad on a daily basis. They get rewarded for being criminals on a daily basis. They get rewarded for preying upon innocent people and taking advantage of breaking every law that they can find. As I said, these people just shouldn't be treated equally. They shouldn't be treated especially above other people. They're victims. And I don't know how they turn that around to have the media or anybody hype these people up, such as George W. Bush or Barack Obama, when they took the oath and they're criminals, and you can't take the oath and be criminals. And to say that they prey upon innocent civilians of the United States is insane. As I said, people in general public have equal rights to their lives and how to live their lives and to choose their own fates by law. And slavery is illegal and so forth, human trafficking. And as I said, this is unbelievable how they turn this around and manipulate the public to such extreme standards, as if the public should have respect for them when they should not have respect for these people at all. You really trust having people in charge of this country in which prey upon people, hurt people, are compulsive, habitual criminals is not good. These people are worse criminals than in the general public. Okay, they have gone down the law books and broken every single crime in the book. As I said, you are actually not important at all. Okay? Your families are not important at all because you hurt people who are innocent people who don't deserve to be hurt. You can't prey upon innocent people. Okay? As I said, presidential laws are the same, and these people proclaim to be above God. They say they can choose when people suffer. They can choose when people should die. They should choose other people's fates to be miserable and painful. I disagree. I don't know why anybody would put these people on a pedestal or have any respect for them and their dishonor to the United States and laws thereof. They do not respect the United States, nor do they respect the laws of the United States, nor do they respect people's personal rights or their religion. They do not deserve to live. They have no respect for human life or equality or respect for people's bodies. I'm not here to suffer for you, and neither are my children. This message is for the Supreme Court and all branches of the United States government. This is Kathy Chase.